What if I told you that some of the most successful businesses in the world were built without a single dollar of debt? No bank loans, no investors knocking on the door. Just smart strategy, discipline, and a clear vision. While everyone's talking about funding rounds and venture capital, there's a quieter path to success that most people overlook. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a profitable business from the ground up without loans and why this might actually be your biggest competitive advantage. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to financial independence in business. If you're new here, this is where we break down real business strategies that actually work. No fluff, no get-rich-quick schemes, just actionable advice you can implement today. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. We've been conditioned to believe that starting a business requires significant capital, that you need loans, credit lines, or investors to get off the ground. But here's the truth, debt can be a double-edged sword. While it can accelerate growth, it can also accelerate failure. Building a business without loans means you maintain complete control. You make decisions based on what's right for your company, not what satisfies a lender or investor. You grow at a sustainable pace, and every dollar you make is truly yours. Today, we're diving into 3 core strategies that will help you build a profitable, debt-free business. We'll look at real companies that have done exactly this, and I'll give you practical steps you can take starting today. Let's get into it. Main point 1. Start with bootstrapping and the lean model. The first strategy is mastering the art of bootstrapping. This means starting small, staying lean, and reinvesting your profits back into the business. Think of it as building your empire one brick at a time. Let me tell you about MailChimp. Founded in 2001 by Ben Chestnut and Dan Curzius, this email marketing platform never took outside funding. They started as a side project while running a web design agency. Instead of seeking loans or investors, they used revenue from their agency to fund MailChimp's early development. By 2020, MailChimp was generating over $700 million in annual revenue, all while remaining completely bootstrapped. In 2021, they sold to Intuit for $12 billion. $12 billion, and they never gave away equity or took on debt. How to apply this strategy? First, start with minimal viable products. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Launch with the core features that solve a real problem, then iterate based on customer feedback. This approach keeps your initial costs incredibly low. Second, operate from home or use co-working spaces instead of expensive offices. In today's digital world, physical location matters less than ever. Save that overhead cost for when you're actually generating consistent revenue. Third, use free or low-cost tools. There are incredible free alternatives for almost everything: project management, accounting, marketing, design. Tools like Canva, Google Workspace, Trello, and Wave Accounting can run your entire operation for little to nothing. Fourth, do it yourself initially. Yes, you'll wear multiple hats. You'll be the CEO, the marketer, the customer service rep, and the janitor. That's not just acceptable, it's necessary. You'll learn every aspect of your business, and this knowledge becomes invaluable as you grow. The validation revenue model is a powerful technique to get paid before you build. Offer pre-orders or take deposits for your product or service. This does two things: it validates demand, and it provides the capital you need to fulfill those orders. You're essentially getting your customers to fund your inventory or development costs. A software developer I know built a SaaS product this way. He created a landing page describing his tool, ran some targeted ads for $200, and collected email addresses from interested people. Before writing a single line of code, he offered lifetime access for an early bird price of $99. He got 47 people to commit, giving him $4,653 to actually build the product. That's smart, risk-free business. Main point 2. Master cash flow management, the lifeblood of your business. Strategy number 2 is absolutely critical: mastering cash flow management. Listen carefully: more businesses fail from poor cash flow than from lack of profitability. You can be profitable on paper and still go bankrupt if you can't pay your bills when they're due. A brief example: GitHub, the software development platform, grew for years without external funding. They focused obsessively on cash flow, implementing a simple subscription model that brought in predictable monthly revenue. This allowed them to hire strategically, invest in infrastructure only when needed, and maintain complete independence. When they eventually took funding in 2012, 7 years after launch, they did so from a position of strength, not desperation. Microsoft acquired them in 2018 for $7.5 billion. Here are actionable cash flow strategies. First, implement the profit-first methodology. Here's how it works. Every time money comes into your business, immediately allocate percentages to different accounts: profit, owner's pay, taxes, and operating expenses. Pay yourself and set aside profit first, then run your business on what's left. This forces you to operate efficiently and ensures you're actually building wealth, not just running on a hamster wheel. Most business owners do this backward. They pay expenses first, pay themselves whatever's left, often nothing, and wonder why they're struggling. Second, negotiate favorable payment terms. Get deposits upfront from clients: 30%, 50%, even 100% for smaller projects. This is standard practice and eliminates the risk of working for free. For suppliers, negotiate 30 or 60-day payment terms. The goal is to get paid before you have to pay others. Third, keep overhead brutally low. Every recurring expense should justify its existence every single month. That $200 software subscription you barely use, cut it. That premium office space when everyone works remotely, downsize or eliminate it. Treat every dollar like it matters, because it does. Build a cash reserve equal to 3 to 6 months of operating expenses as quickly as possible. This buffer is your shield against unexpected challenges. Lost a major client. Your reserve gives you time to replace them. Equipment breaks down. You can fix it without panic. This reserve is what separates businesses that survive from those that don't. One practical way to build this: commit to saving 10% of every payment you receive. It adds up faster than you think, and it creates a psychological shift from scarcity to abundance. You need to know 3 numbers at all times: your current cash position, your accounts receivable, and your upcoming expenses for the next 30 days. Check these every Monday morning. This simple habit prevents surprises and allows you to make proactive decisions instead of reactive ones. Main point 3. Grow through strategic reinvestment and partnerships. The third strategy is growing through strategic reinvestment and partnerships. This is how you scale without loans or investors. An example is Spanx. Sarah Blakely started Spanx with $5,000 of personal savings. She didn't take loans, didn't seek investors, and maintained 100% ownership of her company for years. How did she grow from a home-based startup to a billion-dollar company? Strategic reinvestment. Every dollar of profit went back into inventory, marketing, and expanding her product line. She also leveraged partnerships, getting Oprah to feature Spanx, placing products in major retailers, and building relationships with influential people who amplified her brand. By 2012, Spanx was valued at over $1 billion, and Sarah became the youngest self-made female billionaire. She eventually sold a majority stake to Blackstone in 2021 while remaining the face and decision-maker of the brand. How to implement this? First, create a reinvestment plan. Decide what percentage of your profits will go back into the business. I recommend starting with at least 50%. This might seem high, but remember, this is temporary. As you grow, you can adjust this percentage. Prioritize investments that directly generate more revenue, marketing that brings customers, tools that save you time, inventory that you know will sell, training that improves your skills. Avoid vanity purchases: the fancy office furniture, the premium website features that don't convert, the expensive business cards. Those can wait. Secondly, leverage strategic partnerships. Find complementary businesses and create win-win partnerships. If you're a web designer, partner with a copywriter. You refer clients to each other, and both businesses grow without spending on advertising. If you sell products, partner with influencers or other brands that share your target audience. Cross-promotions, affiliate arrangements, and joint ventures can accelerate your growth dramatically without requiring capital investment. You're essentially borrowing someone else's audience and credibility. Thirdly, the power of organic marketing. Invest time in content marketing and social media. Yes, it requires effort, but it costs virtually nothing in terms of money. Start a YouTube channel, create valuable blog content, build a presence on Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever platform your customers use. A landscaping business owner I consulted grew from zero to $400,000 in annual revenue in 18 months using only Instagram and word of mouth. He posted before and after photos, shared landscaping tips, and engaged with his local community online. No paid ads, no loans, just consistent, valuable content. Finally, scale your time, not just your business. As you grow, reinvest in automation and delegation. Hire freelancers for specific tasks before hiring full-time employees. Use contractors to handle overflow work. This gives you flexibility and keeps your fixed costs low. Remember, the goal isn't just to grow revenue, it's to grow profit and freedom. Scale intelligently, not recklessly. Let's recap the 3 strategies for building a profitable business without loans. Strategy 1. Start with bootstrapping and the lean model. Begin small, stay agile, validate your ideas with real customers, and keep your overhead minimal. Remember MailChimp $12 billion exit without ever taking outside money. Strategy 2. Master cash flow management. Implement profit-first accounting, get paid upfront, keep overhead low, and build that emergency reserve. Cash flow is oxygen for your business, never take it for granted. Strategy 3. Grow through strategic reinvestment and partnerships. Put your profits back into revenue-generating activities, build strategic relationships, leverage organic marketing, and scale intelligently. The beautiful thing about building without loans is that you're playing a different game. You're not racing against debt payments or investor expectations. You're building something sustainable, something you truly own, something that gives you freedom. Building a business without loans isn't the easy path, it's the smart path. It requires patience, discipline, and strategic thinking. But the reward is complete ownership, financial independence, and a business built on a rock-solid foundation. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical business strategies. Drop a comment below telling me what type of business you're building or planning to start. I read every comment, and your story might inspire someone else watching. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You don't need permission, you don't need perfect conditions, and you definitely don't need loans. You just need to start. I'll see you in the next video. Now go build something remarkable.